Assalamualaikum students. I am Muzaffar Hussain, lecturer English, Islamia Boys College, Quetta. I welcome you to the Unit 2, Part C. As you know that previously we discussed the story The Caliph and the Gardener. We also discussed the summary and its analysis. We also discussed the elements of the story. And today the topic that we are going to discuss is essay writing. No basics of an essay writing. Students, as you know that writing an essay, is the word essay is derived from a French word which means to attempt or give a try. So it is basically essay is given in a purpose that on any topic, on any subject, they want to know your views. What do you think about the subject? So writing an essay is no more difficult than writing a paragraph, except that an essay is longer. You might have come across paragraph writing in your schools in first year or essay writing. It says that a paragraph which consists of topic sentence, supporting sentences, and conclusion. In the same way, there is an essay. The difference is that a paragraph is only one paragraph, while essay is combination of some paragraphs. If you can write a good paragraph, you can write a good essay. If you have understood the concept of writing a paragraph, so it will be easy for you to write an essay. An essay has three main parts. It is number one, introduction, number second, body of the essay, number three, a concluding paragraph. These are the main three parts of the essay. Now in this two comparison between it is a comparison between paragraph and essay. On the left side, it is we can say a script, or the way a paragraph is written: topic sentence, supporting sentence A, supporting sentence B, supporting sentence C, and concluding sentences. On the other hand, essay is combination of paragraphs. First of all, we write an introduction, and after writing an introduction, the body of the essay follows, and then conclusion. The introductory paragraph. The introduction of the paragraph is very important, because it is important because whenever you write an introductory paragraph, the people will read your introduction. If the introduction catches their eye, then they will go to the body of the essay. If the introduction is not interesting, if they feel boring, so they will not go to read the body of the essay. All writers, even professionals, complain that the most difficult part of writing is getting started. It is really difficult. It can become a rivalry relatively as easy if you remember that introductory paragraph has four purposes. इन चार पर्पजेस को समझने के बाद आप समझ जाएंगे कि किस तरह से इसको लिखते हैं. इसके चार मकासद में से नंबर वन, इट इंट्रोड्यूसेस द टॉपिक ऑफ द एसे. नंबर सेकंड, it gives a general background of the topic. Number 3, it often indicates the overall plan of the essay. Number 4, it should arouse the reader's interest in the topic. If you consider these four purposes of writing an introduction, you will be able to write a good introduction. The introduction has two parts, mainly general statement, and number 2, a thesis statement. Now, if we talk about general statement, it introduces the topic of the essay. Sometimes we are given a topic that we have to define what the topic is. It is a new topic, it is a new thing. So what you say or what you will write is a general statement. Give background information on the topic. The first sentence in an introductory paragraph should be very general comment about the topic. Each subsequent sentence should be more specific than the previous one, and finally lead into the thesis statement. General statement funnel the ideas down to the thesis statement. Now see this picture, the above picture. You can see that the general ideas are bigger and the thesis statement is very specific. So it is the way of writing a paragraph. You come from general to specific, and the last sentence, which is your thesis statement, it should be neither too broad nor too we can say particular, that in which you could write some paragraphs. What is thesis statement? Like paragraph writing, where topic sentence is important, in essay writing, the most important thing is thesis statement. When you write a thesis statement, after that, your whole body of the essay, your paragraph writing, your conclusion, that all revolves around the thesis statement. So it is very important. This statement, what does it do? It states the main topic, often lists the subdivision of the topic, may indicates the method or organization of the entire paper. It usually it usually is in the last sentence in the introductory paragraph. Large movement of people from rural to urban areas has major effects on the cities. Now it is a general statement that when people move from a rural part, countryside to the city part, it has major effects on the city. For instance, if we talk about Quetta, Quetta in past, the population of Quetta was only 10 lakh, 8 lakh, 9 lakh people, but now it is 30 lakh people. So it has affected the city Quetta. In this way, large people, when they move from countryside to city life, they have cities, they have effects, but it is general. Which kind of effect? Large movement of people from rural to urban areas has major effects on a city's ability to provide housing, number one, number two, employment, number three, adequate sanitation services. Now this sentence is different from the above one. This thesis statement is different because it is particular. It talks about three particular things. It talks about housing, providing housing, employment, and adequate sanitation services. So it is a good thesis statement. When listing two or more subtopics in a thesis statement, a colon is often used. Prejudices arises from three basic causes: childhood, conditioning, ignorance, and fear. Correlative conjunctions, both and not only but also neither or etc., are also useful in a thesis statement listing two subtopics. Like, young people in my culture have less freedom than young people in the United States, not only in their choice of lifestyle but also in their choice of careers. So these correlative conjunctions, joining pair conjunctions, helps us to write a good sentence. A good statement, a good thesis has something worthwhile to say. Now there are two examples of this statement. One is poor and one is better. The four children in my family have completely different personalities. This statement may be true, but would anyone other than the children's parents really be fascinated with this topic? Because you have just given a sentence. Better one. Birth order can influence children's personalities in startling ways. The writer is wiser to offer this controversial statement, which is of more interest to readers than the preceding one. Because because many readers have brothers and sisters of their own. The writer can then illustrate her claims with examples from her own family and from families if she wishes. Now, avoiding common errors in the thesis statement, it is that don't make your thesis merely an announcement of your subject matter or a description of your intentions. State an attitude towards the subject. Don't clutter your thesis with such expressions as in my opinion, I believe, in this essay, I will argue that. These unnecessary phrases weaken your thesis statement because they often make you sound timid or uncertain. This is your essay, therefore the opinion expressed are obviously yours. Be forceful, speak directly with conviction. Don't be unreasonable. Don't insult any reader. Avoid irresponsible charges, name calling, and profanity. Don't merely state a fact. A thesis an assertion of opinion that leads to discussion. Don't select an idea that is self-evident or dread-ended. Don't express your thesis in the form of a question unless the answer is already obvious to the reader. The concluding paragraph. Now we discuss the thesis statement, introduction, general statement, and also we can say thesis statement. Now we come to the concluding paragraphs, because essay writing is a very big topic, and in near future, in next chapters, we will also discuss the body of the essay in detail. The concluding paragraph is in the concluding paragraph. First, you write a summary of the main points discussed in the body of the essay, or rewrite the thesis statement in different words. Then you add your final comments on the subject, food for thought. Take this opportunity to make a strong, effective message that the reader will remember. Be sure to introduce the concluding paragraph with the conclusion transition signals. Transitional signal means in conclusion, in short, in summary. Write this kind of phrases. It will indicate that you are going to conclude the essay. Now there is a model. Number one model, introductory paragraph, general statement, and thesis statement. Any person who has lived in the 20th century has seen a lot of changes take place in almost all areas of human existence. Some people are excited by the challenges that these changes offer. Others want to resume to the simple lifestyle of the past. The 20th century has certain advantages such as higher standard of living for many, but it also has some disadvantages such as polluted environments, the depersonalization of the human relationships, and weakening of spiritual values. Now, this concluding paragraph, it is a model. In short, although the 20th century has indeed given some of us a lot of advantage by making us richer, healthier, or freer to enjoy our lives, it has, in my opinion, not made us wiser. The 20th century has also made our earth dirtier, our people less human, and our spiritual lives poorer. We wish to continue to enjoy the benefits of technical advancements because they free us to pursue our other interests and goals. However, we must make a concerned effort to pressure our natural environment for future to preserve our natural environment for future generations. Moreover, we should take the time now to make our life more meaningful in our increasing impersonal mechanized world. So, as we discussed in introduction, or we can say in conclusion. So, the above part is introduction from general to thesis statement, and the next the next part is the conclusion. So you can take it as a sample, you can take it as a guide to write your own introduction and to write a good we can say essay and a follow up with a good conclusion. If you have any question, you can ask in the comment. I will answer it in the next lectures. Thank you so much for listening.